Hello all, in this session I am giving a short lecture on topic called as segmentation. So in this session I am discussing about what is segmentation, segmentation hardware, example for segmentation and advantages and disadvantages of segmentation. So these are the 4 topics I am going to discuss in today's session. So what is segmentation? Segmentation is a memory management technique that gives users view of a process. In segmentation, a process is divided into multiple segments. We are dividing a process into multiple segments in segmentation. The size of these segments need not be same. When it comes to paging, size of each page is same, but when it comes to segmentation, the size of each segment need not be same. So we can understand this concept clearly with the help of diagram. You can see the logical address space which is divided into 5 segments. There are 5 segments are there: segment 0, segment 1, segment 2, segment 3 and segment 4. Segment 0 consists of subroutine, segment 1 consists of square root function, segment 2 contains main function, segment 3 contains stack and segment 4 contains symbol table. So in this diagram you can observe that logical address space is divided into 5 segments. Let us see an example for segmentation. So you can see we are maintaining a data structure called as segment table. This segment table contains many entries. Many entries this segment table contains, and each entry contains 2 fields. One is called as base field and another is limit field. And why this segment table is required? So the address generated by CPU, that is logical address, is 2-dimensional. It has to be mapped to 1-dimensional physical address. For mapping purpose, we are using a table called as segment table. So the segment table is required for mapping 2-dimensional logical address to physical address. So the segment table contains many entries and each entry contains 2 fields, base and limit field. You can observe that there are 5 segments are there, numbered from 0 to 4, and each entry contains 2 fields, base and limit. So what do you mean by base and limit? So base field contains starting address of a segment in main memory and limit contains the length of the segment. So you can observe that 1400 is the starting address of segment 0 in the main memory and its length is 1000. So the segment 0 extends from 1400 to 2400. Similarly, you can observe the segment 1. So its base address is 6300. So which means that segment 1 starts from main memory address 6300 and its limit is 400. So segment 1 extends from 6300 to 6700, like that. So this is an example for segmentation. So this is about segment table. It is used for mapping 2-dimensional user defined address into 1-dimensional physical address, and it contains many entries and each entry contains 2 fields, base and limit. Base contains the starting address of segment in the main memory and limit contains the length of the segment. Next, let us discuss segmentation hardware. So address generated by CPU is called as logical address, which can be divided into 2 parts. One is called as segment number, another is called as offset. This segment number should be segment number is indexed into the segment table, and the segment table contains limit and base field. The offset field or the value present in the offset should be less than value present in the limit field. Otherwise, it will lead to an error called as addressing error. Offset is added with the value in the base field to find out the final physical address. So this is about a segmentation hardware. So address generated by CPU is divided into 2 parts, segment number and offset. This segment number is indexed to the segment table. We compare the offset value with the value in the limit field, and if it is greater than limit field, then it will lead to error. Otherwise offset values added with the value in the base field to find out the final physical address. Next, we will discuss about some of the advantages and disadvantages of segmentation. So, as you know, there are two types of fragmentations are there, internal fragmentation and external fragmentation. Segmentation doesn't suffer from internal fragmentation. That is one of the advantage of segmentation. Each segment can have its own access rights. We can specify the access rights, read, write, execute for each segment, thereby we can enhance the security and protection. And one more advantage of segmentation is it results in better utilization of CPU, because in segmentation we are loading the entire module at the same time. So, which result in better utilization of CPU. So, these are the three advantages of segmentation. Segmentation has got certain disadvantages also. Even though it doesn't suffer from internal fragmentation, it suffers from external fragmentation, which result in inefficient usage of main memory. So, that is one disadvantage. One more disadvantage is we have to maintain a separate segment table for each process. So, which results in memory overhead, because we have to maintain separate segment table for each process. If there are 5 processes are there, for each process we have to maintain segment table. So, these are the two disadvantages associated with the segmentation. So, in this lecture we have discussed about the topic called as segmentation. We have discussed the segmentation hardware. We have discussed an example for segmentation. Thank you.